25 questions in 25 days. Hello, Aluxers. This is a special series we're doing before the end of the year, where we answer some of the questions you ladies and gents have sent our way. If you're new here, do yourself a favor and subscribe. You're currently missing out. Here's today's question. How do you fight anxiety? Asked by Mike Syntax on our Facebook page. Before we get into the tools and how-tos of this video, we'd like to take a look at what being anxious actually means, because the term has been widely popularized in recent years. Here's the definition. Anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. Okay, in this video, we'll attack the definition and deconstruct it, so you'll not only understand how to fight anxiety, but also identify when people say they are anxious, but are actually just lazy and don't want to deal with what's happening in their lives. Before we get started, we'd like to make something very clear. We are not medical professionals, and advanced cases of anxiety can result in what's called a general anxiety disorder, which cannot be tackled in the same way the average person experiences it can, and that's why we recommend seeking professional help. For the rest of us, anxiety is something we can tackle head-on and come out ahead. People who are emotionally unstable are more likely to experience anxiety in their lives. This emotional instability comes from a lack of control they exercise in their environment. Basically, the better the grasp you have on your life, the less emotionally unstable you'll be. Looking back at the definition, you can see that the weight of the argument is split between the beginning and the end of a sentence. An unpleasant feeling about an uncertain outcome. The solution to fighting anxiety is to become a master of your destiny, to take responsibility for the things that happen in your life, because it all starts with you. Life is split between things we can control and things we can't. We've made 2 extraordinary videos on these 2 topics, which we cannot recommend enough. You'll be surprised by how many things you believe you can't control, but you actually directly influence. Click in the top right corner to watch that video, and then come back to this one. Once you realize how much power you can exercise in your world, you should stop acting like a victim and start sorting things out. Even if things outside of your control happen, you are responsible for the way you react to them and how prepared you were to face them. If you can predict the outcome, it's no longer uncertain, and we're no longer dealing with anxiety according to the definition. You're technically only left with the stress of putting in the work. Someone who is disciplined should be able to tackle stress accordingly. If you can't influence the outcome, there's no point in worrying, because worrying cannot change the result. Instead of giving you some lame tactics about how you should breathe in and breathe out, make a list of the things you appreciate in yourself and eat a donut. We recommend you pull your shit together. You might not like this advice, but it's what you have to do. You need to start being sincere with yourself about the things you know you should be doing, but aren't. In the words of Jordan Peterson, start with your room. If you're unable to keep a tidy place, how can you expect to have any order in a complex life? Start small and then build outwards. This is a very, very valuable lesson. If you're struggling with this issue, we cannot recommend enough his book called 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. You might be familiar with Jordan, and his book offers quite a different perspective than most self-help books do. We know it's fairly expensive, so if you go to Alux.com/freebook and sign up, you can get it for free thanks to our partnership with Audible. Anxiety is the result of being uncertain about yourself and not the world, and that's what most people get wrong. If you're confident in your ability to perform, you're gonna crush a job interview. If you're confident in your knowledge, you're not going to be unsettled by an exam. If you're in a good place in your life, it doesn't matter what other people think. The next time someone says they suffer from anxiety, talk to them, and depending on their answers, either help them find professional help or call them out on their bullshit. What about you, Aluxers? Do you feel anxious about things? How do you deal with it? Let us know in the comments. If you want to make sure you're not missing any of the daily value we provide, make sure to subscribe and follow us on social media. You can never have too much motivation in your life. We handpicked this video for you to watch next. We look forward to hearing from you, and as always, see you back here tomorrow.